G'day everyone. Today we're going to fix up our power grid and I'm going to show you how to do inverted light fixtures along with a bit of gardening. In the empty top cuboid rooms you need to place a cuboid floor. The floors and locked crates will be deleted after the solar panels are in place. They're just scaffolding for now. You might have to adjust your building camera angle to get these in easily. And then we're going to use a locked crate, and that needs to be placed sort of central in the room. And then the solar panel on top of the crate. This gives the solar panel a uniform height and you'll be able to see them through the holographic doors. And in the bottom rooms place a battery, but make sure that it's towards the opposite side of the room. This will leave room for our plants. And wire top to bottom or bottom to top. I haven't joined any of these along horizontally. Scale and place illuminated pots. You may have to adjust the camera angle again to get in. Then press wire toggle mode and you'll see this plug, which at the pointy end, if you move it around, it gives you a direction for the plants. We're going to go in and choose a plant, press wire toggle mode, and then we're going to press wire toggle and place at the same time, but with a preference on the wire toggle mode, which is a little bit of a timing trick, but it takes a little bit of practice to get good at it. So there we go. And once you get this, it's fantastic. You know, it just takes a little bit of practice. In wire toggle mode, check for position, pick a plant, and then wire toggle and place, preferencing the wire toggle button. And repeat that. And just carry on and do the other pots. The plug needs to be laying sideways on the floor, otherwise your plant won't be in the right position. It'll be in the air or it'll be sideways. And we'll go down and put in our switches. I put them in that configuration because they were too close together otherwise, and I wanted them on one side of the door. Now we're going to choose a perlite. This is simply a marker. I'm using it to mark a group of batteries that I'm going to join together because I don't want to join them all together. Then I'm going to wire that group together so that the batteries are connected and it becomes one section of the power grid, if that makes sense. Be a little bit careful about which of those connections you use. Now, I'm going up and over to the front door because this was the easiest way to do it, and connect that to one power switch. I'll go back up and do the next section. dividing your power source to individual switches, it means that you can control where your power's being used. So we're just going to repeat that process. And do the final 8 batteries. So I've got 3 power switches now that have a really good supply of power. And I've just gotten rid of the old power supply, which we don't need now. So I've turned that power off, and it's still being supplied. So that means that I still have my gaming creative mode. So I'll go out of that so I can check. Now you'll see that the power is not flowing through there. So I'll turn it on, and voila, we can turn that on and off. If we're not using our teleporter, we are charging batteries. And I've just wired the small teleporter up. Now we're going to put in the garden. I'm not making a big fuss out of this garden. I'm just doing something very quick and easy because it's not the main focus of this video. The main focus is working on those little glitching techniques and ideas for how you can use power, and the inverted light fissures, which are tricky. There's all sorts of different ways you can do that, but shortly I'll explain a nice easy way to do it where you can actually get them to go where you want them to go. Now when you're planting these, really important to check that they are in the ground, because from some angles of the building camera they look like they're in the ground, but later on you find them floating around. So double check on that. I really like using a lot of colour, and I like to place things pretty randomly in gardens. I also enjoy using lighting in gardens, and using those small lanterns, you can place them underneath plants to light them up. It's really good. Just placing some furniture out there, you could do this much better, and at last minute bits and pieces. You'll see the light fissures are inverted, all hanging at the same height. I've just built this to demonstrate. So if you go into wire toggle mode, you can see that plug come up again, and you press place, drag the wire along and place again. We're going to use the light fissure. You can see it says there, cannot build in valid position. Go into wire toggle mode, select the part, and use wire toggle mode and place at the same time to place the part on the connecting point. And you can see that they are suspended at the same height. Because we place the wire under the floor, the things that we suspend from it will point downwards. So choose something you want to hang up, go into wire toggle mode, wire toggle and place at the same time. And even if you delete that wire, the placed item will stay there. Let's try something bigger. Once you get the hang of this, it's really handy. Attaching the light fishers will go underneath. Place the wire. Be careful not to connect it to another connection point though. I'll show you what happens. That now is blue, so that wire means it's connected to something else and it won't work for what we're doing. So I've gotten rid of it, but it's left what it's connected to up there, and it connected itself to our power source, which we don't want. So we'll go underneath and have another go. My toggle mode, place, stretch and place where there wasn't an existing connection point. We can colour our selected piece. Wire toggle mode, wire toggle and place at the same time. Bingo. I'll do it again. So wire toggle mode, place wire, it's red, choose the item, wire toggle mode, and wire toggle and place at the same time. Remember, when I say place at the same time, it always means that place at the same time, but preferring the wire toggle mode finger. One more handy building hint. If you are placing parts in the building camera mode and you get stuck and you just need to go a bit further, the really cool thing is that you can double click on B, well that's on the PC, and it will let you go a little bit beyond that point. Don't go too far beyond that point because your base will unrender itself. So just a lovely hint there. It is very, very handy. So the aim of this video was to explore how you can experiment with power grids and wire toggle mode. It's very, very handy, and it allows you to do much more when it comes to building. If you've built this base or built something with ideas from it, I'd love to see them. In our next video, it'll be the final part, and I'm going to build a beginner's kaleidoscope. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and gotten something from it. Be kind to each other and to yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye.